Gentle, gentle.
It's hot.
It's hot. You get that, mate, with the fire and everything.
Yeah.
Two-handed job. There you go. So one hold. That's it. You're on it. Pretty quiet out there in the forest. I'm just getting a weather report on my Garmin Explorer. Oh yeah, Garmin InReach Explorer. Used to be DeLorme, it's now Garmin. It's pretty handy. Weather forecasts are bang on. Bloody hell, nothing roaring. Don't know whether to venture into this area and scent it all up or to go somewhere else. See, I know there's a stag up in here because we were near last year and saw his rubbings. Didn't hear him roar, didn't find his wallow. I don't really want to go traipsing around the forest if they're not roaring and ruin it for later opportunities when they are roaring. But we're here, we've jet boated all the way in here, so we should probably do something. I think we're just going to climb to that top of the hill of the big ridge, let out a roar, have a listen. If anything replies, we'll go in. If nothing replies, we'll go somewhere else. Still haven't packed up camp, there's shit everywhere. We're going to climb up a ridge line. There's a lot of old stag sign here from a young stag rubbing these trees. It's also just gone southeast, which means it's blowing its guts out on the west coast, which is never good for hunting over here. The deer on the west coast really don't like the wind. We did hear that one moan when we got her yesterday, so hopefully if we move up the top of the ridge and let one go, he'll reply and we can figure out where he is. But he was a long way away, way up the side of the hill. You may be asking where the bow's gone. Wow, I jammed my bloody custom-made Samuel Harrison longbow in my car door and snapped the bloody limb. So I've taken Frenchie hunting. He's going to shoot one with a gun, or not shoot one with the gun, as the case may be. He gave somebody my recurve last year or the year before to borrow, so I might have to go grab that back off him and hunt with a recurve until Sam gets over here with his bow. I mean, nothing's bloody roaring anyway. We just let a roar go. No replies. Back down the hill. There's definitely a stag in this area. We can see prints and rubbing. Just a young one by the looks of it. We're going to go somewhere else and try to find some other stag signs, so when they are roaring and we're up here, we can go from spot to spot to spot and check out a few different stags. That's a problem on the case, you see. So thick over here, you don't really get a handle on what kind of stag they are until you've been playing cat and mouse for an hour or so and you finally see them, and then they could just be an absolute shitter or they could be a stonkers. So usually you only get a couple of look at a couple of stags a day. I have to try and find a massive one to make us all feel better about our hunting prowess and our manliness. Yeah, back at camp, better put this fire out before I burn the forest down. Putting out the fire. This is my camp setup. It's just a very simple air mattress, sleeping bag, crudely tied up fly, and of course my pillow. Yep, pack, shut up, bugger off. We're going to go somewhere else and just have a look on the beaches and banks and in the forest to try to find some mature stag sign. And then we're going to come back up here in a couple of days where hopefully they're roaring. Blimmin' heck. Great dry bags, watershed dry bags. I'm going to put the link under here so you fellas can get a watershed dry bag if you want to get one, because they're bloody good. They make little carry bags as well, which I've actually ordered. Hopefully it'll be here soon. It's just getting through customs, bloody customs, holy shit. 2 months later. Yeah, so always that my head torch blinking, that must mean it's about to run out of battery. I didn't realise it told you it was going to run out. Or it doesn't tell you, it tells your friend over there that your head torch is about to run out of battery. I've never had my mate go, hey, your lead lens is flashing red, it's about to run out of battery. It just bloody stops. Luckily I carry spare batteries for it. And it also takes AAAs. Another great piece of kit. Check it out. Lead lenser. They gave it to me so I could push it for them, but it's way better than my other head torches I've used. I'm sold. Take my money. We've decided to go up the hill. A lot of hind sign, not much stag sign, a little bit. We're going to climb right up into one of the top terraces and hopefully there'll be one holding up there, and when we roar, he'll roar back. Bang! Pretty good progress here. We're just climbing up and up. There's the main valley. And down there, climbing up and up and up to get one of these top terraces, following some deer prints that have been coming up. As soon as we see a good trail off to the side, we're going to cut up. Hopefully there'll be a stag on that terrace. Come up the creek, and we're just moving on to a bush terrace now, going through a saddle and cutting around the face where there's a big flat area. Definitely a stag around here somewhere, but that wind's just all over the place. It's real bad. Right up our arse at the moment, blowing across the terrace. I was going to go that way, but it turns out the big terrace is on this side. Didn't look at the bloody map before I climbed the hill, did I? Rookie mistake right there. I found some mud on these ferns here, but it doesn't smell of stag at all. Just a hind wallowing, I think, but if we follow the hind, that should take us to the wallow where the stag will be. Because contrary to popular belief, stags don't chase the hinds come and find the stags. The stags have their territory and the hinds come to them, and the stags actually come on heat. When the hinds cycle, they go and find a stag on heat. So all you fellas that think it's the hinds that cycle and the stags go to the hinds, that ain't the case. Now that's not from my lips, that's from a 76-year-old deer farmer who's been farming deer for a long, long time and observing them every year. And he says stags come on heat. When the stag's on heat, that's when they roar. And it's just coincidental that the hinds cycling at the same time, so there you go. What are your thoughts on that, folks? I kind of believe it makes sense. Oh, rahutu berries. Oh, we found a stonking great wallow, but nothing's been wallowing in it lately. There's been an animal walk through it, but no wallowing, just a hind. So it's possible there's no mature stag up here, or this isn't this main wallow. We'll keep following this. This might go down to another wallow in the front country, on the front of the terrace, or on a really big bush terrace about, I don't know, 600 metres up, I guess 700 metres up. We're fairly high. Heaps of rahutu berries around this wallow. I'm going to pick some to take home and try sprout. It's marking the wallow. Another small wallow, no stags. It doesn't even smell like stag up here. I reckon we're another week or so off, at least. We're going to bang it home. It's pushing on midday. No roaring. Got some jobs to do. Gotta get my bloody chainsaw working. It stopped working, no spark. Sawdust in the stator, maybe. Maybe it needs a new stator. Maybe it needs a new plug. I don't know. Gotta go figure that out though. Still got 5 tonne of wood to cut. What's going on here, lads?
Open this, please.
Is that a marshmallow? Here, Char, could you open the marshmallow for
Sunny?
Sonny? Is that his name?
Yes.
Ow, ow. Oh my god, you can't do that with a hair. To my baby. Look at the little...
Show us your knife, Jack. Put it away again.
Wait, can I see? Good.
Go.
Didn't that see good?
Yep.
The camera? Oh, it didn't work that time.
Well, that's no good. What if you need to assassin someone?
Don't put rocks in there
Then
because
just
rocks
go
will
like
blow
this.
up from the heat, okay?
Yep, chuck a rock and Sonny, go.
I thought rocks could explode.
Yeah, and take your eyes out.
Yeah. Okay, stop.
Daddy, come and find me.
This bloody possum's wearing a bit thin, I tells you. He just wants to hang out with me all the time. If I run somewhere, he'll chase me down. I just can't get away from him. It's 5 o'clock in the morning and he's up on my head, licking my face, and he likes chewing on my moustache. It's so annoying. He jumps on my head and he comes and he chews on my moustache. He could go to any other member of the family, but he doesn't. He chooses to do it on me. I don't know, he figures out I'm the boss or what's going on there. It's bloody annoying, I tell you.
Shit, I'm stepping in the heart of this heat. Can't bear up any heart of this heat. Watch me as I gravitate. Ha, 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 yo, we go ghost town. This small town with your sound. You're in the blink, gotta bite the dust. Can't fight with us with your sound. You kill the ink, so don't stop. Get it, get it.
We're back into a new spot. We jet boated up the river. I've never been here before, but I've been close. Pretty excited. We just saw a hind in mid-afternoon on the side of the river. She looked up, saw us, and we pulled the jet boat up, stopped in the sand, and she went down feeding again. Unbelievable. Obviously not many people come up here. Pretty excited. We saw some big stag prints in the sand down there too, and there's some big stag prints right here. We pretty much pulled up right in his territory. Here's some raw jet. The hind was upstream, about 100 metres. Shit, there's a mob of deer coming. About 15 deer. Can't see a stag. They're gonna cut our wind very soon. Shit. What? If he's a good one here, he'd be right at the back. There's a big mob of deer. Can you see the ones on the left? Shit, there are so many deer. I can't see the stag, bro. Just hinds. Might be no stag with them. Where the hell is the stag? Surely they've cut our wind by now. Here they come. Holy shit. Look at them all. It's a massive mob of hinds. No stag, no spiker with them. They cut our wind, ran across and stopped. They're just milling around. Haven't heard any roars, can't see the stag. I was sure a stag was right behind them. We poleaxed him, but he just never turned up. Maybe someone shot him already. Yeah, we're going to boost. I think someone's already shot the stag because there's quite a bit of rubbing around, but not much fresh stag smell. And all of the mud that we found smeared on furniture in the wallow hasn't smelled a stag at all. So yes, we're going to go upstream, up the river. It's good to see all those hinds. We just spooked another mob, actually. That looks an old deer trap here. Pretty mean hunting spot, I'll have to say. Out of all of my hunting spots, I like the grassy, Karnika-filled clearings. And I can't believe there wasn't a stag at the back of that bloody mob of hinds. Balls. Trying some of these Go Native food packs. They come already hydrated with all the liquid and everything inside them. I've had them for quite a while now and haven't used them because they are heavy, and I usually cook my own food to take into the backcountry with me, but we're trying them tonight. I thought, hey, let's give those a bash. See how they go. Chicken casserole and some other chicken, butter chicken or chicken korma or something like that. I don't know. I'll let you know anyway. I haven't heard any roars. Heard a duck. More pork. That's about it. Tell us again, Frenchie, what do you reckon?
Could be more salty. A bit more.
Kevin Bacon reckons it could be a bit more salty. I also think it could be a bit more salty, but it's good. It's tasty. I'm a bit of an amateur chef, so I'm quite fussy with my food, but it's definitely, it's good and it's nourishing food. I wouldn't say it's 5-star, but then it's pretty hard to get a packet meal that's 5-star. I haven't had one yet. I'm sure they're out there. So yeah, it gets my thumbs up. Go Native, gets my thumbs up. Give it a bash, although I personally prefer dehydrated meals. I can see why these things come in handy if you're on the tops and there's no water. Not very water anyway, but most of the places I hunt, water is readily available. So I'd probably only take these if I was jet boating or maybe Central Otago or up the Clarence somewhere where water is at a premium. Not on the west coast, more water than you can poke a stick at over here. Yes. What's that? What's
the sentence?
don't piss in the river.
No, the other one. With the cock off.
Oh, it's a taniwha bite your cock off. This is what my uncle always used to tell me. So don't mim me in the river. The taniwha will bite your cock off. So, I don't know if it's bad for your health. It's bad manners anyway.
I'm not a bad man.
Bad manners? You're not a man with bad manners?
No. Bad man, you said?
Bad manners.
No.
Not washing your hands, that's bad manners.
Oh.
Putting your feet on the
bad
table.
manners. Okay.
Bad manners, yeah.
Okay.
Did you think I said you were a bad man?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, well, you did cut the top of my
But
carriage
anyway,
off.
it's the same thing to say that someone has bad manners. It's the same thing.
Oh, you're just pissing in the river.
Yeah.
It's right there, I seen you.
Yeah, and so what? It's bio. I'm
It's
pissing
bad
bio. I'm
man.
not pissing like
Jesus.
plastic or something.
He's not getting it. He's not getting that it's bad manners to piss in the river. Anyway, I done told him. I'm going to eat my dinner now.
Then to piss in the river. More or less.
No, it's not.
Because you're putting...
Pissing in the river is pissing in the river. There's my Go Native. I just smashed that Go Native food pack. I think it was actually a Kawika meal. They must use Kawika meals in their food packs. And I had a bread roll loaded with butter, and I'm still fairly hungry. And I didn't have a very strenuous day. So if you're gonna get one of their food packs, I definitely recommend getting something else as well. Maybe some couscous to go with it. Because I am still hungry. I'm a big fella though, and I eat a lot. I'm 6'3", and I eat like a horse. So for your average bloke, I don't know, maybe Frenchie, is that enough food for you?
I'm not done.
You're not done?
No.
You still going? Yeah, I just smashed mine. It's gone. I'm burning the packet in the fire.
That's bad manners.
What, to burn the packet in the fire?
Yeah.
Well, it's better than in the fire than in our landfills.
Yeah, you just keep it and recycle later.
No one recycles over here, they just chuck it in the ground.
That's bad.
Are you going to recycle that?
No.
You can't give me shit if you're not going to recycle your own one.
You're the guide, so I'm just following
I'm
you.
not the guide, what the
Yes, you
hell?
are.
I'm going to recycle that. I'm going to pull the aluminium out of the fire tomorrow anyway. I'm not just going to leave it there. If you try to burn your backcountry meals or whatever, folks, take the bloody burnt aluminium with you the next day. Or bury it deep in the ground. We know it's going to see it. One or the other. Don't just leave it in the bloody fire. Holy shit, so many people do that. Was that enough food? Are you content?
Could be a bit more.
Yeah, it wasn't quite enough, eh?
He missed some rice or something like that.
Yep. Oh, good morning. I got cold, couldn't sleep. It's 5:30 in the morning, got up, been quiet all night, just heard a roar just as I got the fire going. Then heard another roar from downstream. Hopefully it's not a person roaring. And yeah, time to trade in my black Stag sleeping bag for a new one. It's 5 years old now and a little bit cold last night. Didn't frost, but yeah, still a bit of a nip in the air. There's nothing like a blazing fire to get the spirits going in the morning. Cup of coffee, breakfast, up the hill. We've come up the hill, the top of a plateau. It's pretty quiet up here. There's a few stags out across the valley, but they're miles away. Oh, we've got up into the bush on the top of a ridgeline. We're cruising along, and it's just getting light, and they've stopped bloody roaring. Shit. Hopefully we'll just cruise along, snap into one's territory, and he'll kick off. Fingers crossed. We just spooked a young stag and a couple of hinds. Patiently waiting for a roar. I reckon if we just cruise along, we'll eventually cut to one's territory and he'll kick off. Bloody hell. I just saw a scrape and I put my hands in it to sniff it. Now I've got manky hind's piss all over my nose. Definitely smells like she's on heat. It's all in my moustache. All I can smell is deer. Bloody hell, still no roaring up here. Look how open it is. Where are the stinking stags? The stag rubbings here. There's a scrape right there. Nothing's roaring yet. We've been cruising through the forest for a while now. I know fortunes can change so quickly when we're hunting. We're just going to keep moving and roaring every couple of 100 metres. And I'm just hoping there's an old boy tucked up in here somewhere that's listening to us get closer. And then when we get close enough, he's just going to go, bah. One just moaned from down the valley, just a real low, that was it. We replied and he hasn't replied to us yet. He's going to keep cruising down. Hopefully he'll fire up. So frustrating this raw hunting when they're not roaring. Alright, we got one roaring, he's really close, he's about 100 metres out. That wind's bloody all over the place, so hopefully it'll be okay. Oh, he's a shitter. He's real shit. He's shit as. It's not the 18-pointer I was looking for, but
Fuck, we deserve it.
he came in hard and fast. We just let him roar, snuck in. Then when we got close, just let out a little moan, and he just barreled it towards us, man. I only just got the camera rolling. He came in so fast. Hopefully I got a chance to focus on him, man. He was just running towards us. Whew, shit. Wow, how's that, bro?
Awesome.
That's pretty exciting, eh? Frenchie was about to give up hope, and I said, mate, fortunes can change real quick. We'll just keep cruising. And eventually we'll push into one's territory and let out a moan, and sure enough, we just kept cruising around, and then this one moaned from just down the valley. Boomfa. Balls. They always sound like they're so mature when they roar, don't they? Like, he sounded like a monster.
And he came straight.
Oh man, he came in so fast. becoming hot. Right, I better stop recording because I'm going to run out of battery before we shoot the 18-pointer, which is just around here somewhere. Hey bro, ferns are poisonous, they don't eat those.
Yeah, no, in France we used to take a branch and put it in the mouth to give him honor.
And food in the afterlife, eh? So he can eat in heaven. But you just poisoned him. Oh well. Old mate's going to be walking around with a pretty heavy pack for the rest of the day. I'm going to take the meat. Stinky, but it'll be right. Can make jerky out of it and sausages and shit like that. So hold up, bro. Mean.
It was awesome how fast he came.
That did just happen so fast. 1 minute we're wandering around going, where's all the deer? Next minute, brr. Just two real quiet moans. We got a bit closer, and then man, he fired up and he came in so fast. I knew that was going to happen. I just anticipated a bigger one. Well, we'll keep moving, we'll keep pushing some ground and cruise up over the hill, around the corner, and hopefully that'll happen again. How you doing, mate? It's gone past 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm just cruising along. I'm just onto another mud trail now. Following the mud trail through the ferns and going up into a little saddle. Over around the bit of a knob. Let out some more roars. See if anything replies. I could just in the wasp nest. Got stung a couple of times. Frenchie's a bit rooted.
I need to drink.
He hasn't drunken anything all day.
Come on, say it.
No, for sure.
Say it.
No.
I didn't know why he was a little bit grumpy. He was hangry because he's thirsty, but I keep calling him Frenchie and he doesn't like it. He wants me to call him Kevin from now on. I've been calling him Frenchie for so long, it's going to be hard to call him Kevin. Kevin Bacon. What's your last name? Bacon. Leviador. See, I can't pronounce that. I'm just going to have to say Kevin Bacon. Yes, okay, right, to the river. We should get a drink. Kevin needs to quench his thirst before he shoots me in a fit of rage.
No, I won't.
Sure, it seems like it.
No, I won't.
Frenchie's having trouble keeping up. He's got a heavy pack. He didn't realise that we were going to be hunting all day, and so he didn't bring any water, but luckily we've reached the river and he can have a nice drink. Here's a good lesson for today. If you're a little bit upset, instead of getting all sulky, use your words. Because the person who's making you upset might not realise they're making you upset. And I had no idea why Frenchie was all sulky. I thought he was just thirsty, but turns out he doesn't like being called Frenchie, which is kind of unfortunate because he is French after all. But there you go. Use your words, peoples. Poison cup. Like that shot there with the trees sticking up. Nothing's roaring. It's really quiet. We don't have a head torch. That was a cock up. We're just going to go back home and drink cups of tea and tell war stories. So close to a stag right then. So close, and then he just stopped roaring. And now he's shut up and I can't hear him. I heard him crash over there and then that's it. Bow hunting again. I've got my recurve because I snapped the longbow. And he's just stopped, man. I was so close. He was going good. I didn't roar, I just snuck in, snuck in, snuck in. And then as soon as it got light, he bloody stopped roaring. I was only about 30 metres away from him in the course. I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting and I haven't heard anything else. I let out a small moan, nothing. I tried to get it on this one last year and didn't get him. Might have ruined it now. He might take his finds off the clearing and deep into the bush. Scrubby thick shit behind me. Crap, so close. In hindsight, I probably should have wound him up a bit more and got him going a bit harder. I just let out a roar when I got to the block and he moaned and then I just waited and he roared a bit more and I thought, sweet, he's going. It was still dark at this stage. And then he moaned some more and I snuck in. And then yeah, just as it got light, he stopped and I waited and waited. Now I let out a moan, snapped some sticks. I heard some crashing branches. I thought he was coming in. I had an arrow knocked, ready to go, and then nothing. And I think when I roared and snapped the branches, he actually ran the other way. And yes, now I stalked through. I actually ran into him. I was walking along. I just went that way, so I cruised over that way, and yeah, I heard him explode through the scrub and heard the sound of antlers on branches, but I never got a look at him. Gone. Bugger. So close. You're so far away.
You'll be really close this morning.
Yeah, I was so close. Oh yes, jerky. Another batch of jerky in the dehydrator. Well, that's the smoker. It's been smoking all night. I smoke it first, smoke it overnight, and then dehydrate it. I used to just dehydrate it, but smoking it overnight and then dehydrating it just gives it a way better taste. Oh, Danny boys just turned up with a couple of other lads.
Lovely bros.
Yoshi and Tage. They give them a lift over from Christchurch, which was bloody good of them because they weren't even coming over here. They just said, oh, we're not up to much, we'll give them a lift to the coast. So he's just been down in Invercargill, well, Fiordland actually. He was in the arsehole, then he went to Fiordland. And he's showing me his deer that he shot down there. No wops, but he got a 10-point red. Look at this shit show here. It's coming together. So we got a wall on that, and that's framed in. I just got to put a couple of bits of clear light, then a big opening window, and shelves on the inside, and a workbench, and should be good to go. It's a work in process. I've run out of wood. I need to get more wood because plan A's gone down to plan B. Anyway, let's go check out this blimmin' head Danny shot. Probably the best head he's shot ever, I'd say, by the looks of it. Shit. Give us a thumbs up there, Tage.
How's it going?
And Yoshi, give him a wave. There we go. Mate, that's a pearler. Look how even it is.
That's a lovely even one, eh?
Look at that. That's the best head you've ever shot, eh?
Yep, it's the best. I've never shot a 10, but
mate, that's an absolute pearler.
That's a wee beauty. I love the long tines.
Yeah, look at it. It's super even.
Yeah, my mate said he may have a little bit of wop in him because of the way that these.
Yeah, it goes back a little bit, eh? Let's just throw him back a little tiny bit.
But he was a big deer.
Mate, look at that. That's super even. You'd be pretty happy with that. Chuck it on the ground. Let's have a look from the top there. Mate, look at that.
Yeah, like that. She's a beauty, eh?
That's an absolute pearler.
No broken tines, no unevenness. She's a ripper.
Look at that. You get that on the first day?
No. I got this probably about 3 days in.
Sweet.
So that was pretty cool. About 200 metres in and about 250 up. I think it worked out on GPS.
Sweet.
And roared right to him. He was roaring, so we just bloody went straight at him, roaring. And
open sight, 303?
Open sight, 303, 1907.
Good on you, mate. Good on you.
So she was a beauty. I was stoked with that. She's a bloody pearler. That's a good head, that.
Shit, yeah, that's a humdinger. King is dead. Long live the king. And just dong the biggest one on the head. We're going to eat him. They were on the greenhouse. Okay, fair call. This one wasn't actually on the greenhouse, but 2 of the other ones were. So I made an example out of this one. Unfortunately, this was just the biggest and ready to harvest. So, yes, delicious turkey for dinner in a couple of days. So it's another day, light drizzle. Me and Sam have come up here at public land, but it's surrounded by private. And the farmer's seen us come in here, and he's been sitting across the other side of the river shooting his gun. Better not be holes in my bloody camp when I get back there, I tell you. I'll be pissed off. You can see our camp from his forward drive track. And we've heard, I don't know, what, 7 gunshots? He just keeps letting off a couple of shots every 10 minutes. I've been walking up here. He's obviously not sighting his gun, and he's just doing it to try and scare the deer away, I guess. Which I don't quite understand why he'd do that. I actually know the fella. I'm going to ring him up, give him a bit of stick when I get out. There's so many deer up here. So many deer. He shouldn't be worried. He should be encouraging us. Not that we're going to shoot many with our bow, but we might go back, fire through arrows at him towards his truck. Just for the hell of it. We should go let an arrow go back at him. Go, what the fuck are you doing? Come closer, you chicken. Like closer, 20 metres at least. Bloody hell. What an egg. Wow, you wouldn't read about it, we just got shot at. Heard the bullet hit about 10 metres away from us, maybe 5 metres, it was feckin' close. And then we heard the gunshot. And you know, the crazy thing is, just before we got shot at, we saw the farmer in his Land Cruiser on the other side of the river, driving along. I whistled out to him and waved. He stopped. He reversed back to a gap of the trees, and then he sent a shot across at us. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was about 10 minutes ago. It's a lot lighter than it is now. I mean, still pretty light, but yeah, it was a lot lighter than it is now, 15 minutes ago.
Probably a few K into dock, across the river.
Yep, we're well into dockland. A couple of kilometres into dockland, aren't
Easily.
we? Easily. We're safely back at camp after that exciting escapade. Delorme's going nuts. I've told Kristen to call the police and send the bloody police around there to give him a tune-up, because it's not on. For a start, he was firing shots across the river at us when he saw the jet boat, just random shots into the forest. I'm sure he wasn't trying to hit us, but he didn't know where we were. He couldn't see us. We were just in the forest. And then we walked upstream to another clearing, and then he drove all the way upstream to that clearing, and then we were at the bottom end of the clearing out in the open, and then he sent some shots that almost hit us. So it's bloody not on. He needs to have his guns taken off him and his license revoked, I say. Bloody bullshit. Unbelievable. Pretty exciting, I have to say, getting shot at, because you hear the bullet hit before you hear the shot. You hear, oh, we heard this crack, and then the boom, boom, far. Definitely put the jollies up me. Sam ran back and hid in the trees. He was so scared, hey bro? Yeah, Sam's like, fuck this, I'm out of here. He's shooting at us. He almost got us. Then I started yelling at him. Ugh. And he took off in his Land Cruiser. I don't quite know what to do. I guess we'll sort it out when we get out of here. I'm not going to boot down in a huff and a puff and call around to his house and kick his door in and string him up by his bootlaces. I probably should, but actually, no, I shouldn't. That's not the right way to do it. I'll use my words instead. Yes. I better check my Delorme, make sure the armed defenders squad aren't on their way up here. They'll probably hold me. Oi, I heard you've been trying to shoot someone. It wasn't bloody me, it was the guy on the other side of the river. And that fire took ages to light. Everything's soaking wet up here. She's rip roaring. Now, what sort of food you got there, bro? That looks delicious.
Tasty delights, ready to eat.
Oh.
MTR since 1924.
Wow. What is it? Chana masala.
Yeah, I can't read that one.
Indian food.
Indian food.
It's written in Indian. Spiced peas and spiced chickpeas and spiced gravy. You didn't know I could read bloody Hindu, did you? Chickpea, is it good?
It's real good. Have a own.
I can't, I swallowed my tooth.
Just do an Uncle Ben's bag of rice.
Funny story, not about almost getting shot, but I've got false teeth in the front. See, two false teeth because I got my teeth smashed out when I was younger. Anyway, I got a plate with 2 false teeth in it, and one of the teeth fell out when I was eating chicken before, and I bloody swallowed my tooth. I don't know if you can see there, but I've actually got a tooth missing in the front, and I ate one. It's in my poo somewhere. I'm not. How do I sift through my shit tomorrow and try to get out? I might have a poo and see if I can find my tooth again. I'll just glue it back in. I save myself $1,000 and glue it back in, so I don't have to go to the dentist and get a new one made up. Yes, it's going to be the highlight of my day tomorrow. Actually, shooting a big 18-pointer is going to be the highlight of my day. And then, yes, it's going to be a little bonus if I find my tooth in my poo. I'm not going to glue it back in straight away. I'm going to wash it and take it home first. I probably would if I had some glue, but I don't have any glue. Anyway, I'm going to have dinner. Eat some more chicken, try not to swallow any more of my teeth. Holy crap, I'm just reporting back. You wouldn't read about it, folks, but you know what? He's gone and put a gas cannon on the other side of the river there. The bloody thing's been going off every 5 minutes. Okay, I can kind of see the humour in it because we aren't getting a wink of sleep. It's been going off every 5 minutes for the last 2 hours. We seen him drive over there. I yelled and screamed at him. I said, "Oi, come over here for a yarn." He didn't want to come over for a yarn. Instead, what he's done is he's put a gas cannon over there. Holy shit, and it's really, really loud. So me and Sam have made the call. We're going to pack up and we're going to move 2 kilometres through the bush and camp over the other side of the hill. It's 9:30 at night. We got heaps of time. We just walk for a couple of hours in the dark. It's raining too, through the wet bush in the rain, and set up another camp. We've already set up camp. Look, there's Sam's camp. He's packing a sleeping bag up as we speak. This is my camp. Crap everywhere. So we're just going to move and set up another camp somewhere and then go hunting. We were going to go over that next catchment anyway and hunt it in the morning. We weren't even going to hunt around here, so the joke's on him because he's probably pushing all of the deer over into the next catchment where we're going to hunt. What a dick. Oh well, we'll catch up later on then, eh? Oh. Couple of hours walking through the wet bush. Yes, that was fun, wasn't it? Not really. Bloody hell. Look, we're in a nice little river valley. Nothing's roaring. We couldn't hear the cannon that he set off from here. But I still can't believe what an egg move that was. I just might tell everybody where the spot is because there's a lot of deer up here and the genetics are very, very good. Check out some of these genetics. Well, I'd actually release that one. Anyway, I just got my damn fire going. Oh, well, I didn't actually. I've been trying to get it going for ages. And Sam rolls up and goes, "Here's a jet boil." Is your jet boil boiled? Oh, the coffee's made. My fire's not even quite ready to... It's almost ready to boil water, but not quite. There you go. I think if you want a quick start, the jet boils are definitely worth bringing along. It wood's so wet, I don't even know if that fire's going to get going properly. Everything's just sodden and saturated and damp, including us. But we're in a pretty good spot to get onto the Stag, so hopefully they start roaring. We haven't had any roars this morning, nothing at all. Where's this coffee you speak of? Mate, coffee. Good sleep, bro?
Average, yeah.
Oh, it was good once we got away from that cannon. Jesus. What a dick. Kristen called the cops. The cops thought it was an armed offenders turnout because they called me and said, "Is the offender still there? Are you okay? Is everyone safe?" And I said, "Yes, we're all safe." The offender drove off in his Land Cruiser. Never to be seen again, except he came back to the scene of the crime and started letting off more shots. Bloody hell. I don't understand some people. I mean, Faircore, they've probably lived here for generations and they thought they owned the whole forest, but they don't. And there's so many deer up here, they don't need to be protective. If anything, they should be encouraging hunters to come and shoot a few. Oh well, you get that. We're here now, and I'm sure the stags are going to start roaring. River's blown downstream. There's our cloud of smoke off down the valley. My finally's finally going. Coffee, something to eat, and boom, we're going to leave our camp set up here and we're just going to boost up the river, climb up onto the terrace, hopefully get on a stag. There you go. Turns out my Toke's titanium pot from Gear Shop is coming in handy because it's a big cup. I poured my coffee and poured all the coffee into it. So Sam's just boiling another one in the jet bowl. Then we're going to add that to my cup. Then we're going to tip the grinds out of the jet bowl, pour Sam's coffee back in the jet. It's a long, complicated process anyway. We're almost ready to go. Oh, look, I'm missing a tooth. I'm looking forward to finding that. Did not forget when I had my dookie to scrape around in it and get my tooth out. What?
Is that coffee for tomorrow? You want?
Oh yeah, or you could put it in now, either or. I don't care.
I'll use this one now.
Alright. We just had a stag come real close, within 30 metres. I could have pegged him, he was face on. But he looked really interested. He was going to come in closer. He came all the way down the hill real fast. Came real close, and then he must have cut our wind because he turned around, gone. That was so close. Pretty exciting, eh? I'll smear it all over. Set that on your eyes. Use your fingernail to get a whole bunch out. Oh, you don't have any fingernails.
I don't know.
Keep going, darker. Paint it black, Sam. And I'm white. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to put the Rolling Stones on for this little scene.
Like an hair on.
Cue Rolling Stones, what? Coming through the forest.